Yazzo, what it do, man? Dipset locks versus last night. Let's talk about it. Great for hip hop. It was great. It was dope. Not if you're a Dipset fan, though. Yeah, you can't be. You can't be happy today if you're a Dipset fan. They got vape, damn smoke. They got vape. Big cloud of white smoke going in the air, disappearing. That was embarrassing on their behalf. I don't know what happened to them. They didn't look cool. They looked outdated. They look like they outgrew each other. That's what it looked like to me. They look like they outgrew each other. Like they're no longer like on speaking terms day to day, so to speak. Right? They just look like they didn't have any kind of chemistry anymore. Yeah, they don't have it anymore. They just don't have it. I don't know if maybe the next they got to perform more or be around each other more to to maybe get it back. But yeah, they looked horrible. Locks, they showed you what a brotherhood looks like. They showed you last night what a brotherhood is, right? Locks been doing this at the Sandbox. Like 30 years they've been rapping together, and they never. They might be one of the few groups in music, hip hop music period, that been together that long and never had like a falling out. Like you never heard Kiss and Styles beefing with each other, or Sheik not speaking to Styles or Kiss. You know what I'm saying? And they've all been able to go out on their own and do their own solo projects and ventures and have tremendous success on their own. But they've always been able to come back collectively as Locks, as a group, and drop an album, drop a mixtape, do a concert. Yeah, they always been on that type of time, man. And it showed last night. It showed last night. It was dope to see though. It was dope to see. Dipset. They didn't even know their own lyrics, man. That's the part I was like, I'm singing their music better than they're singing their own music, and they're the ones that wrote it. How am I keeping up with the song better than you are? You wrote the shit. I'm sitting like, yo, you every 2 seconds they stopping and lip syncing. Yeah, they were lip syncing last night. Like, you don't do that. You don't lip sync in a battle. And the locks are just flowing. Jadakiss stole the show. Jadakiss, King of New York right now. Ooh. King of New York. I don't know where he got that energy from. I'm pretty sure he's been juicing this whole time up to the battle. Yeah, he came in there high off of ginger, turmeric, and kale. I know he did. I could tell. He had extra bounce in his step. He was ready. It was funny because when they were promoting the verses, it was Styles and Jim Jones going at each other on the internet, trolling each other. Kiss was very quiet. He didn't say a word. I guess he was saving all that energy up for the battle because he was on fire. He was a man on fire last night. And he knows everybody's songs. Like, he knows Styles songs better than Styles do. That shit was funny as hell. Like, Styles will take a little break or something. Kiss and just keep going, spit his flow. But, like I said, it was dope to see. If you ever need to question or wonder what hip-hop used to be like or what hip-hop truly is, last night was a perfect example of what that was. That was pure hip-hop. Not today's music. Today's music, I call it cap rap because that's all they doing is capping and lying in their rhymes. Hip hop is different. Hip hop is different. MCs are different. Those are not MCs. What you saw yesterday weren't rappers. Those are called MCs, master of ceremonies. A rapper can't do that. A rapper's shelf life is like 3 years before they either get phased out from drugs, alcohol, and partying, or they just run out of stuff to talk about. But an MC, there is no age to an MC. There's no retirement. An MC could be 90 and still rock it, still rock the crowd. And that's what the Locks did last night. These dudes in mid-40s, probably close to 50, and still got a young vibe to them. Still know how to rock a crowd. Don't matter who's in the crowd. And you see the crowd. There's nothing but big gangster, thug-looking dudes. Bloods, Crips was in the building. No violence, no shootings, no brawls breaking out. You know why? That's not what hip-hop is. Hip-hop ain't about violence. It's about coming together for music. And that's what happened last night. It was dope for the city. Dope for the culture. Yeah, Dipset though, man. Y'all, whew. What was going on with them? Why did they bring out that beach chair? What the hell was that about? Who was going to be sitting on stage in a beach chair? What was going on? And who made their playlist? I got so much bad things to say about Dipset. I'm going on them. Not too much, but their playlist was trash. Horrible. As soon as the Locks came out with FU, that was the first one that came out with. I knew from there. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a beating. it's gonna be a long night for Dipset. They came out with "Fu," their first song. I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Then Dipset never showed up. Never showed up at all. Playlist was trash. But a quick side note, you gonna tell me all them people were vaccinated? All of them? There's like 100 people on stage, not a single mask in sight. And I'm like, they can't all be vaccinated. It's like, there was not a care in the world about the virus or any of that. Nobody cared about none of that shit. Leave that shit in the parking lot. Don't bring that shit in the Yo, oh snap. But back to it though. Yeah, Dipset. Oh man, what happened at the beginning with Cameron? Because Cameron was on stage, but he didn't perform like the first 3-4 songs. I thought he lost his voice. I thought he had laryngitis because I didn't understand why he wasn't performing his parts of the song. Like that would at least help. That would at least help, especially some of these songs. You had the most memorable verse on those songs, so you definitely should have been there rocking the crowd and all that. That didn't happen though. That didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. Locks, I mean, they played. I mean, they were all over the place. I am so happy with their performance. Like they definitely gave you your money's worth. They played old, new, recent freestyles, mixtape. They just went everywhere with it, and they had the Garden rocking. Everybody know Lock shit, whether you know it or not. You know Lock shit. You know it. You know they song. They just kept playing hit after hit. Dipset, yeah, like I said, their playlist was garbage. Oh, they were playing stuff. I'm like, nobody even remembers that song. Nobody liked that song. Songs that weren't even that hot. They were playing like snippets. They weren't doing the whole song. They were doing like half the verse and then going to the next song. Yeah, they were all over the place, but not in a good way. Yeah, they had no chemistry, no organization, and it showed, man. It showed. They got to get it together. At one point, Joel's was probably a top 5 spitter in the game. I don't know. I think he just lost it, B. He just lost it. And then why was he laying on the floor? You see him laying on the floor. I guess he was trying to sleep on the Lock's music, so he literally laid on the floor. And I'm like, bro, get your ass up, man. You from Harlem. You don't do that. You don't do that when they started doing that. When Freaky Zeke dancing on the stage all night, it just looked outdated. Not a good look. Not a good look. But I mean, shout out to both of them though. Both groups. I mean, that is the essence of hip hop, B. That is the essence right there of hip hop. And not only was it the music, but I mean, they were joking on each other. They were calling each other names. All that. Yeah, that was dope. That was. That's just what New Yorkers do. That's what New Yorkers do, man. We just joke. We just joke on each other all day long, B. And it was. Like I said, I loved it. I loved it though. I didn't like Dipset performance, but I definitely loved the vibe, the energy in the building. Yeah, it was there. It was there. It was good for the city. It was good for the culture. Because, a lot of people don't understand what hip-hop really is, and they just showed you. I don't think you're going to get another Verzuz to top that as far as, like, the vibe, the build-up. And it was like a heavyweight fight. They had Michael Buffer come out and do the intro. Let's get ready to rumble. They had him coming out, and he did that part. That was dope. It was just a good night. It was a good night. And even before the battle started, they had the DJ just playing music. I was rocking to that. I was jamming out. My kids rarely get to see me like nostalgic like that. Put it that way. Yeah, because I'm in the living room. I got the surround sound speakers all the way up, cranked up. I'm sitting there rapping, dancing, I'm chilling, I'm sipping. I'm just vibing out. My kids are looking at me weird for a while, but hey, that's me. That's hip hop. I'm a hip hop junkie. I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely put on. So shout out to both of them. The Locks, Sheik Luke, Styles P, Jadakiss, Dipset, Cameron, Jim Jones, Joel Santana, Freaky Zeke. It was dope, man. But Dipset, please get it together. Because then you announce after you're going to do a tour with the Locks and State Property. Yeah, so you gotta put on for that. Because if that's what your set's going to look like, I'm going to skip that part. I'm going to be in the parking lot, waiting for y'all finish, and then I'm gonna come in and see State Property and the Locks because I know what they gonna give me. They gonna bring it. But definitely salute, shout out to both groups for putting on a hell of a show last night. Definitely was entertained, definitely memorable. It's on YouTube now. I'll try to find a link for you. I'll put it in the description if you want to watch it. But like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, share the video too, please. Share so everybody can know about the channel. But that's my time and I'm out.